But what was like your process of getting recruited by Izzo? What was the first time you met him, and what was your impression of him when he first recruited you?
Man, it was great. Me and Coach Izzo on his staff.
Mhm.
What stuck out to me is, man, they was everywhere I was at. Every AAU tournament, every high school game, you see
Mhm.
Michigan State in the crowds, and man, that meant something to me. And
Mhm.
that's what I picked my decision on. I was like, who gonna show me the most love? Where can I prosper as a player? And I choose Michigan State. I was there for a short period of time, and I learned a lot from Coach Izzo, and it helped me for the NBA.
Yeah. We got a
I
lot of
got
state guys on our team, right? H. We got a couple state guys. We got Jaron and
yeah,
X. A couple
yeah,
state
for
guys.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Michigan State
boy,
brothers, but yeah,
boy X,
yeah.
Big
X is
Jaron,
good, man. He's underrated. I like him a lot, man. It's
man.
just
So
it's tough for him because of the situation, opportunities. Any other team, he's a very good professional big and a very good backup
man,
big. He does all the little
man,
things you need him to do. Contest shots, plays the win, plays the right way. So he doesn't get enough credit. But when
I
guys sit
love.
out, when Steve-O's out right now, so he'll get a chance to play. He shows and he picks up the slack. We don't lose
I,
a beat out there.
I love X, man. Like you said, I love his game, and I love his motor. Like I always tell him, keep
Mhm.
working. Time gonna come, but you got to put your time in. So when you get called, you gotta be ready, and that's what he do. He works on the game, and he gonna get his chance, man, and gonna show some people.
Uh,
Okay.
Danny mentioned that if the fact that he went to North Carolina might have helped him get to the McDonald's All-American game. I was actually talking to another Carolina guy today, Danny, John
Yeah.
Henson, and he
Oh,
said two
okay.
things, and I need to get your guys' thoughts on this.
Okay.
Well, one, he said his McDonald's All-American game was in Miami. He said they ain't never
Right.
going back to Miami again.
Probably not. Probably not.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I'll let him tell the story as to why. And then number two, he said, and I don't know if you guys approached the McDonald's All-American game like this. He said you cannot score 0 points in the McDonald's All-American game. Like
Oh,
it's
for
a
sure
bad
not.
omen if you
No.
go 0 points.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, now it's probably more of like an all-star game, which it kind of was back then. But back then it was a like the all-star games back in the day, how it was competitive. Guys are trying to
Yeah.
get to the league. At that,
Competitive
I was
guy.
the last class that can get to the league. So everybody was trying to beat J.R. Smith, at the guards. So we're trying to shoot from half court, show that we have range, and to get projected higher, that type of deal. So we're trying to, bust the other guy, other team's ass, letting them know like I'm the best guy in the country. It's all the top guys in the country. We're trying to figure out who's the best of the best, and see who can get a shot. After our game, they stopped doing straight from high school, but from before me and before, everybody was trying to get an opportunity to go to the league, from that game. So our approach was, not only not score zero points, but you got to show out. This is your opportunity to
Right.
put yourself on the draft board. So, that's how guys' mentality was. It was like I'm trying to go in here and show the scouts that I'm capable, that I'm a pro, that I can be an NBA player. So that was the mentality that I came in with, and mostly everybody around me for sure came in with.
Z, if I go back and watch your highlights, is it what would I have said about your game at that time? And then where did Coach Izzo take you from there?
Just maturity, just learn and get my body together, and understanding, the difference between college and high school. You know what I mean? Because it is a difference. You know what I mean? Just with the practices and working out in the weight room, like things that I learned from him, and he took my game to another level, like in the weight room, and working out and constantly. In gym, we in the gym 2 or 3 times a day. He had workouts planned for us in the morning, so and then afternoon after practice. So just putting that work in.
So you were like kind of like Kenny Lofton Jr. Have you seen Kenny Lofton? So
Man, I
were you a
love
big boy
Kenny.
back then? You were a big boy?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey,
So they like
Kenny,
you need to
yeah,
slim down a little bit, but
yeah.
not too slim because we
Listen,
want you to still have your strength and your weight. So we have Kenny. He lost a lot of weight, but we still want him to be strong.
man,
But he's
man,
so
that's
mobile
kid,
and he's crafty. The left-handed, he could pass. He could do a little bit of everything. He's
man.
got
I
to
like
learn
it.
the little things about being a professional, playing defense. Those types
Yeah,
of things. But I think that's what most like. We had Charles Barkley on. He was
yeah.
like his weight was the issue. He had to fluctuate. They thought
That's
I was
right.
good, but I really wasn't good until I started getting in shape. And I think that's a lot for most high school kids. They don't understand of the difference between not just the speed of the game, the strength of the game, the smarts of
Right.
it, but also the conditioning your body needs to be in to be able to play
Yeah.
on that level.
Yeah.
Um,
You
but I
gotta,
brought up
you gotta.
Izzo and your go ahead, Zebo.
No, go ahead. I said no. You gotta have the conditioning, like you said, though. That's real important. And Kenny Lofton, I call him Port Arthur finest. That's where he's from,
Yeah,
Fort Arthur, Texas. So
for
he got a
sure.
great upside, man. I like him.
I brought up Izzo in your first impression because I had an amazing first impression of Coach Williams. He came in my house, ate some food. We talked about basketball. He recruited me, and I feel like every impression of your coach is going to be like a nice. He's gonna be, he's a nice gentleman. They're all genuine. They are. Until that first day where he cusses you out. You're like, is this the same guy that I invited to my house to eat my food? What the, this is a nice guy that met my parents, and now he's cussing me the hell out. Was the first time that he kind of cussed you out? Like, how intense was he? Do you have any good stories of him, of your first impressions of, whoa, I'm here now. I'm in college.
And,
I'm in the game. Like,
in practice, in
okay.
practice, he gave it to me. I'm like, damn, coach, like, because like you said, this is a guy who came to my neighborhood, sit at the table with my mother, and me and my brother and sister, and just seeing that. And back then he was real fiery. Now he done calmed down. I messed with him now. I say, coach, you don't be on the ass like you used to be on my ass. You don't relax. You done got softened up a little bit. But no, man, he's great though. But like you said, that time in practice, he grabbed me by my jersey. Back then you could grab the players. You know what I mean? Coach Izzo did a lot of grabbing. Yeah, he can't do much now, but back then Coach did a lot of grabbing. He grabbed me a lot. So
for sure. I mean,
yeah.
they all get softer as they get older, man. That's just human nature. But also the world's a lot softer. They can't beat up on kids like they used to. Now
right.
Coaches are getting in trouble for making them do extra push-ups or extra sprints. It's crazy. But back in the days, that's how it built character. It made you more mentally
That's
tough.
Right.
Physically tough, Coach Williams might kick a basketball or toss a garbage can or something to scare the hell out of you. And you're like, damn, I got to get my ass in gear. But you were able to have thick enough skin or build that skin to be able to be criticized and be able to keep playing basketball the right way,
They used to keep us in practice. Coach Lionel Hollins used to keep us in practice late. Like you couldn't do that. Like, back then you could keep a player in practice late. You know what I'm saying?
As long as you wanted to. Now they have hour restriction.
Yeah.
We used to practice, go eat lunch, come back, you practicing again. It was like, damn, we were here 4 or 5 hours. Now they have a time limit where they get in trouble. It's kind of crazy.
Can't do it. Yeah.
Do you remember the moment you told Coach Izzo, I'm going pro?
Yeah. It was for me and Jason Richardson was his first players to leave, underclassmen to leave or score early. So it was something new to him, and for the program, because they wasn't used to guys, they weren't used to guys leaving. And, I left. That was my plan because I was going to come out of high school. I was going to come out of high school after winning the McDonald's game. But my mother told me she wanted me to go to school for a year. So
you were his first one and done, correct?
Yeah. And he wasn't used to it. And, I told him, Coach understood, he understood where I come from. I had to take care of my mother, you know what I mean? And, my family. So just doing that and taking that extra step to live my childhood dream. Coach was with it, but at first, he's just like, get you, go out there and see where you're going to be ranked at, talk to a couple people and decide what you was going to do. And I told Coach straight up, I'm gone, Coach. I know what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? I ain't going to even play with, be real with you. So that's what I told him. And respect, I love Coach. And, we our relationship is family and my family. So everything all good.